Chilly in Chicago this morning. Sweaters on, even though it will be 50 later in the week. All right, today is Monday, and we are at the 5th of February, 2024. The time, 8:15 a.m. Central Time, the day after the Grammys. And of course, we are the day after Friday. Oh, my God. Did anybody see Fed Chair Powell? His interview. I mean, if you think you still have a shot at a March cut, I think that you should throw that out the window. The Fed let the door open. But I think that what we have to look at is just where the data is going to lead you, and the data is going to lead you past March, probably towards a June cut, maybe a month before that, but probably something there if, big if the economy slows down. You get more jobs numbers like you just saw there, there's no cut coming. Those jobs numbers, though, remember, there's a lot of markets that on Friday had to have adjustments made to them. They're behind the scenes, they're in there, and you just deal with that. But today is the day of reckoning. So the market gets to think it over the weekend, and it goes, wait a minute, maybe we got ahead of ourselves. So most stock indices lower, not dramatically so, but lower. All the metals, other than platinum, in the toilet at this point. You are getting a little bit of a bid in Bitcoin. When we come to the currency market, they're all getting smashed at the expense of the dollar, which has cleared the 104 level. In the grain markets, high grain prices. Well, that doesn't add to the helping, if you will, for the high dollar, if you will, to help our grain exports, puts pressure on there. Plus, you're now looking at what is South American grain going to look like? Where's everything else going to be coming from there? Trying to make heads and tails and parts of the energy I'll leave to you, because now the question is just what is the U.S. doing with all these attacks on the Houthis, on attacks in other rebel groups in Iraq and Syria. Iran telling the U.S. off limits is our boat that is sitting there, our spy ships that are at water. We'll see how long that wants to last and what is going on. This is also a huge week. We get to look at now the border plan and how the Senate thinks they can get through the Congress to get monies for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan and seal up the border. I haven't had a chance to read it, so I'm not going to comment on it, all right? I want to read it in detail when I'm able to and understand what they are talking about and see what's palatable and what isn't palatable. So those are the things you have to watch for. Obviously, there's more primaries, and you're seeing that President Biden's declaring himself a winner, yet the polls are widening out in favor of ex-President Trump over Biden. And then at the same time, we are getting warned that if the ex-president is found guilty on a charge in front of the election, he can lose a massive amount of his support. I don't know. Nothing seems to take away his support. I'm not saying I know, but I'm just telling you it's a phenomena. And they would look at it, I think, from the point of view, the court stacked against him. Let's get him in there to put an end to that. I know what logic says, oh, they'd leave. I don't know that they'd leave. That's being logical, and there's nothing logical about the way his supporters embolden him. It's crazy. But I think that this is a day or two, that's all, of the market sobriety. Whoa, what a jobs report. What does that really mean? Where are we? Let's simmer things down. The world's had a chance to digest it now. Asia's looked at it. Europe's looked at it. We've looked at it. And what is reality here? We are up 13 out of 14 weeks in a row for some of the stock indices. Do we keep going? Is this market going to just go on to the 5,200 level? We got up there. Seasonals can help you with some of this. What do I mean by that? I haven't shown you this in a while. You know, I watch every day Bloomberg, and I see how they put up the seasonals. This is what's going to happen. This is how the market was here, there, and so on. Well, the Moore Research Center has done a wonderful job of doing that for years. I have been with them, I would bet, a paying member, 3 decades, maybe 4 decades since they began. And it is the patterns that I use when I look at the futures markets for patterns, what's going to happen, where do you take it? If you'd like to give it a try, get hold of my staff. They can make arrangements for you to do this. It's iraepstein.com. I do believe it's in our free offers, so you can go either call my staff, go to Ira Epstein, go to the free offers. It'll be there, or move your cursor to the top here. That is an area that you might want to look at. In terms of the day's data, well, we're going to be getting now the S&P Global Group's going to come out with their January service sector PMI at 845, and we're going to get from the ISM this morning their take on the service sector indices for January. So a lot of service, going to see if that's still as strong as the markets thought that they were. My guess is, why not? They haven't backed off at all, and I think that's the play. Again, move your cursor up here. Call my staff if you have any questions to help you get this. 2-week trial and more, and I'm Ira Epstein.